So my girls are just downstairs watching Frozen for the chibillionth time. And I am actually up here looking at some of the comments and stuff and trying to respond a little bit on my YouTube video from yesterday. I was so exhausted, clearly, after I uploaded it, that I didn't really have a chance to go through and read the comments or like any of them. So I'm trying to catch up on some of it now, and I have to say, you guys are truly amazing. Jeff, you are always, always, always very kind to me. Cody, thank you. 687 Cody, I truly appreciate it. Tipsy Gypsy, Mr. Girth 1 thinks you're cute. I just can't get over all the amazing comments that you guys leave for me. It's really helpful, and I truly do appreciate it. I think it's very nice. It helps give me ideas for future vlogs.
Hi.
Now she's gonna complain because Eliza turned the TV down. It's alright, we'll fix it. Hey, look at me. We'll fix it, right?
Yeah.
We'll turn it back up.
Yeah.
So Mr. Stack Money here says, I look like a turtle. Well, you know what? Joke's on you, Stack Money. I actually happen to really like turtles. That's why I got one tattooed across my entire right foot. Well, almost my entire foot. So, I will take that as a compliment. I was sitting here. All of a sudden, I heard some noise. Someone dropped their 2 kids off. I don't know where these kids came from, but for some reason, they've taken over my house. Hold on, let's see if we can spot them. Let's see if we can spot them. Ah!
Mommy, don't frozen my phone.
Someone's throwing a temper tantrum. Temper tantrum alert, temper tantrum alert. Someone's being naughty. No, it's not us, it's you.
It's Daddy who's being a pest.
Daddy's being a pest?
Yeah.
Why?
Because he stinks.
Well, that's not nice. Do you think Daddy stinks?
Mommy.
What?
You have stinky breath.
I don't have stinky breath. You're awful. Eliza, tell your sissy to stop. Say, you don't be mean.
You have stinky breath, Liza. Liza has stinky breath.
You have stinky breath.
Hey! I don't have stinky breath. Papa has stinky breath.
You have stinky breath.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
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 No, no.
Yep.
I don't.
You have stinky.
I don't.
Eliza, oh, don't get too close.
What?
Sorry, Eliza, her breath is stinky. See, you made her cry. Your breath is so smelly.
Hey, Liza, I want to smell my breath.
Hey.
I smell my breath, Liza. Want to smell my breath?
Get away. That's so mean. That's so mean.
Want to smell my breath, kids?
So this is how crazy and insane my hair looks. I gotta straighten it. It's about that time. So yeah, I'm in here. I got my flat iron heating, and I got my posse with me.
Hey.
Say hey.
Hey.
Yeah, so got my posse. They're gonna sit and watch and wait for me to do my hair. Never a dull moment. So, 20 minutes later, and my hair is straight. I don't completely look certifiably insane anymore. Well, actually, I'm still a green, so I think that stigma will be with me forever. Still got my posse hanging out with me. Gonna make them clear out, and yeah, you got a tum-tum? Yeah, look at that tum-tum. Oh, where'd it go? Everyone wonders where my man is? Where's my fiance? Where's the father of my children? He is here. He's asleep. He works overnights, so he works really long hours. I've never known anyone to be as work oriented and focused, and it's not that he even likes work. He just works because he knows he has a family. I haven't been getting many hours at my work. So yeah, he is here. He's just a really tired man. He's still camera shy. I'm working on him. I'm not exactly sure when I'll be able to break that on him. I may just have to sneak him in without him knowing or something, just to kind of break the ice. But he is here. He's not a figment of my imagination. He is real. You guys just don't see him because he's sleeping during the day. So people always ask, well, why didn't he cut the grass? Well, because I actually like cutting the grass. It's something I enjoy doing. It's a good exercise. It's nice out when it's sunny. I can work on my tan. And yeah, I like the smell of it. So that's why I do it. And we also kind of have a deal. I hate shoveling snow. I do it, but that was kind of our pact. I would cut the grass in the summer and he would shovel the snow in the winter. So just for the inquiring minds, Kyle really is here. He is real, but he is sleeping. Yeah, all this stuff we tell you that happened in the past is like our childhood growing up. I don't necessarily regret it. I know a lot of you would and think I should, but I don't, because I'm proud of the type of person I have become. I'm proud of the type of parent I have learned to become because of how I did grow up. So with that, I just want to say that, you know, we've been through a lot of things, we've done a lot of things, and I wasn't perfect either. I wasn't a perfect child. I wasn't a perfect teen. You know, like, yeah, like, he goes overboard and he crosses the line and he breaks things and he destroys all of our stuff. But, you know, it's better to, you know, set all of that aside when you get older and just learn to look back and laugh at it and be like, yeah, man, that was crazy. Like, can't believe we grew up like that. I mean, I can't believe you were like that. You know, we've said our sorries to each other and we've all apologized and we accept the things that we did to each other and things we have said to each other, and we have learned to try and just move forward in a positive way instead of a grudge, you know, just staying filled with such hate and animosity and being, you know, feeling like, oh, I got the short end of the stick or the bottom of the barrel, you know, like, I just prefer not to look at it that way. I just prefer to look back and laugh and just be like, damn, that was crazy. And move on. You know, you live, you learn. You know, that basically will show you the type of person I think you would want to be, because I know it did for me. So, yeah, I just want to say that I still love you, Dad. I love you, Michael. I love you, Mom. Charlie, dude, I don't even know what to say to you. Good luck, brother. I love you. Jennifer, whatever, it is what it is. Okay, I'm going to tell you guys a story about the time we sold weapons. So, as you know, and I'm pretty sure they've touched base on this before, told you guys about the time that we used to sell all different types of weapons. So I'm going to tell you a little bit more about my part and my memories of it. So in one of my dad's selling ventures, he decided it was going to be, we were going to make a fortune. We were going to make a ton of money. He's like, yeah, I know the perfect job for us. We selling all this bullshit out here, all the stuff we get from the auctions and food. He's like, no, we going to make us some money with this idea right here. We're going to sell knives and switchblades and tasers. What the hell? We're thinking, oh, okay, yeah, that's what we're doing. We're going to be selling this stuff. So we come home from school one day, and there's boxes. So we go in, and you guys need to help me start sorting through this stuff. He pulls out these plastic bins, throws them down. We start opening these boxes, and damn sure enough, there's double-sided switchblades, there's double-sided butterfly knives, there's brass knuckles, and then there's the taser guns. Now, these things were beastly. They were something else. They were powerful. And we went through and we sorted them all out and we put them in these big plastic bins. And that's because it was easier. Whenever we went to the flea market, you can just pull them out and set them up. We decided one night, you know, Dad was asleep. We knew what the plastic bins were. We were bored, always trying to come up with games and stuff to do and keep ourselves entertained. So one time we decided we're going to play taser tag. You've heard of laser tag, right? Well, now we're playing with taser guns. And can you imagine, that's exactly what the Green family needed, was a huge arsenal of weapons. Like, yeah, that's exactly what our household needed. So one day we decide we're going to play. So Dad's asleep. We crawl into his bedroom. Michael and I, we crawl in there and we get out the taser guns. Crawl back out. I get one, Michael gets one, Charlie gets one, and Jennifer gets one. And we decide it's almost going to be like hide and seek, except when you find the person, you don't tag them, you tag them with the taser. So we start playing. We're being loud. These things, like, you could amp up the speed. It had like the little notches on the side. You could put it up. We put it up to full power. We run and we hide. One person's counting. All of a sudden they come through, boom, and we just shock them. Person's basically one of the kids laying on the floor like in convulsions and shit. And we're just laughing at the other one, and then we go into hiding, and the other person finally recovers, and then they get up and they try and, it was basically like they counted to 100, you know, I mean, it's almost what it seemed like. And then it would be their turn. They get up and they try to find the other one, and they get the volt to them. So one night we're playing, and we were playing for a while, and all of a sudden we hear boom, boom, and we know it's Dad coming. You always hear the sound. That was always it. Boom, boom. It's the sound of his feet hitting the floor. And you hear that sound and you run, because when we started making a lot of noise, we would wake him up, and that's like waking a sleeping bear out of hibernation. It's like he's the grizzly bear getting up and he's about to attack us. So we all, we go running into hiding. We hear him out in the living room. You motherfuckers, I'm trying to sleep. Get my house clean. Pick up all your shit. And you just hear him throwing stuff, and stuff is crashing and breaking. And I'm trying to sleep. You little bastard. Get this stuff clean and get into bed now. We're, boom, door slammed shut. So we know that's our cue. We can kind of scurry back out like rats, you know. We come out and we don't see them, so we're like, alright, like, that's good, right? Like, we better get this house clean and go to bed. So we start cleaning, get everything away, whatever, go to sleep. Well, the next day was Saturday, and Saturdays we always spent at the flea market selling this stuff. So we get out there and, you know, we're still tired. We got marks all over us, and probably brains are fried and shit. And we get out there and we start helping Dad set up, and, you know, I'm doing like the swords. Another one he had were these samurai swords. Huge, beautiful samurai swords with like these ivory handles and shit. So I'm setting those up, and Michael, you know, he's setting up the knives and stuff, putting them all on display on top of the boxes. And Dad comes over. He's like, alright, you guys, today's day. We making lots of money today. We eating good tonight. We're like, yeah, you know, so we're all pumped. Michael and I, we were relatively good sellers. We could get people to buy almost anything. So we're out there and, you know, we're talking to people and we're selling stuff, and all of a sudden Dad is talking to this one guy, and he's like, yeah, I got these tasers over here. He's like, yeah, no one's going to mess with you, and you got these things. Come see the voltage on these. And we're thinking, oh shit, right? So Dad goes over and he picks up the taser and he's like, look at this thing. He pushes the button. Nothing. Dad's like, the fuck? Pushes the button. Nothing. What the hell? I knew all these were fine. They were working yesterday. I had them. I checked them all out myself. Hold on a minute, sir. So he takes it out and he's looking at the battery and puts it back in. And he's like, alright, alright. He goes to push it. Nothing. And he just looks at us. And it's almost like it clicks in his head exactly what we were doing last night and why we were making so much noise. And you motherfuckers, you wait until we go home. That's the one thing. Always talking to us, screaming at us, cursing at us, like between his teeth, right? Oh, poor God. He didn't want anyone else to really hear what he was saying. When you motherfuckers get home, I'm gonna beat your fucking asses. So we're like, oh shit, we're in so much trouble. So, you know, we continue out the day. Dad doesn't say anything else. So we're thinking, all right, you know, like we had made quite a bit of money. We sold a lot of stuff. And we're thinking, all right, you know, Dad's not going to be mad at us anymore. We made a bunch of money today. Drive home, he's not really saying anything out of the way to us. So we're really thinking at this point, like, we got away with that, right? Like, we're in the clear. We get home. Dad's like, get the stuff inside. He goes inside, and Michael and I, you know, we're grabbing containers, and we're taking it all in the house and setting it up in there. Finally get done, and we're like, all right, well, you know, what's for dinner? And Dad's like, whatever the fuck you find for yourself to eat. You guys cost me money today on them goddamn tasers. I'd beat your ass. And he just starts picking up stuff in the kitchen, and he's throwing it. You want to eat? You go get your own goddamn food. You make your own shit. And he's throwing stuff. And here, you want some eggs? And he opens the refrigerator, and he throws the eggs. And here, yeah, about the pot, you can scramble them in. And he takes out a pan, and he launches that across. And we just like take off, like we're hiding, and like we go outside and you guys cost me money, always fucking with my shit, always destroying stuff I have, never keep anything in here, you motherfuckers. And we're just like, alright, like, looks like we're not eating dinner tonight, we're staying out here. So we basically camped outside for the rest of the night where it was safe, which actually ended up being pretty cool because it was also like a meteor shower. So the four of us just kind of hung out and laid on blankets on the ground that we set up, and we watched the meteor shower, all while we heard the meteor shower, the thunderstorm that was going down in the house with Hurricane Charlie up in there destroying shit. So once we heard everything was quiet and everything, we finally were able to make our way back inside. And the house was destroyed. There was food everywhere. There was ketchup on the walls. There was eggs on the floor. There's water and soda. You name it, it was all over our house. It was absolutely disgusting. We hear like, boom. Like, oh shit, here he comes. He's coming back out. The bear's awake. So we scurry into our room and we hear, get my goddamn house clean. Get it clean now. And then boom, door shuts. I'm like, all right, that's so cute. Like, we better start cleaning. So that's what we did for the rest of the night. We ended up cleaning up the house and getting it all squared back away so he wouldn't kill us in the morning. So yeah, that's the time that, or my input on the time that we sold weapons. So hope you guys like that story. If you did, like, subscribe. If you didn't, like, subscribe. Have a good night, guys. See you next time.